Hey guys, it's Derek with the Royal Public Library, and today we have something special for everybody who likes folk music. Now, today we're actually going to talk about a style of picking the guitar called the Travis picking style. It was a very popular form of guitar picking that artists like Bob Dylan and Joan Baez used in some of their most popular songs. Here at the Royal Public Library, we're actually going to have an actual guitarist come in and show you the Travis picking style. I hope you enjoy that and have fun.
So what do you need from me?
So, I was wondering if you could tell us about the Travis picking style.
Okay, how come?
Because I know there's a lot of great folk songs that use Travis picking styles.
That is true.
I know, like my favorite album here, I know there's quite a bit of Travis picking style on the Freewheelin' Bob Dylan, and I know some of our great folk artists, they use that style, that picking style.
You bet. Well, it is thought that Travis picking came from Merle Travis. But in point of fact, fingerstyle guitar has been around for easily 100 years. It was a classical guitarist from Andre Segovia's time around 1900, and he took it from being a folk instrument and made it a solo concert instrument. So that was my study, was concert classical guitar for a million years, and then somebody showed me Travis picking. Now at the time I'd already played 15 years, so I didn't think much of it. It was easy. I mean, I just picked it up.
Right.
But I noticed that it is a fairly intricate little pattern for people that haven't played before, but it's a ton of fun. It simulates the hands of a piano player playing stride piano or ragtime piano, where the left hand is going boom, chick, boom, chord, bass, chord, and the melody's over here. Well, we've got the thumb is the bass chord, where it does something like boom, 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 boom. So that is the heart and soul of a Travis pick. And the first thing you want to do, will that be picking up on my fingers close enough?
It should be.
Okay, so if you're looking at this and you know an A minor chord, that's a particularly pretty one just to grab if you don't know it, or if you know it. Otherwise, you can do it on open strings, learn it. So you've got these, my thumb is going 5th string, 4th string, 5th string, 4th string, 5th string, 4th string, and that's the basis for it. Now it gets a little more complicated sometimes where you go 5th string, 4th string, 6th string. So that outlines a chord pretty well. Do, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the fingers. Traditional Travis fingerstyle players use 2 fingers. I think the more sophisticated ones use 3. Of course, I use 3. But so the first technique to work on is, first of all, my fingers are going to be, my index finger is going to be on the 3rd string, the G string. My second finger is going to be on the 2nd string, and my ring finger is going to be on the high string, so it'll be like that. So you might want to practice just doing something along those lines, just to get feel for where those strings are. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my middle finger and my thumb. So my middle finger's on the 2nd string, and my thumb, and I'm just going to go pinch. That's all it is. And then my thumb plays the 4th string. So I'll have somebody do this for 5-10 years.
Like the great guitarists do, right?
Yeah. Okay. So now I'll do, instead of my middle finger, I'll use my index finger. And you want to get the feel of that. You want to be able to look away and know your fingers are going to find the strings. And then you do the same thing with your ring finger. So that's fun, and already it sounds like you're outlining chords. Here's the A minor chord. So you can combine that and go. far, it's pretty straight ahead. That's pinching. Next would come playing what's called syncopation, where the fingers play on the offbeat. So it's 1. So it's 1 and 2. So I'm not pinching, I'm doing them individually now. Now I'll use my middle finger. Ring finger. Now, go back to pinching, you can play on each finger, so each thumb stroke. So you got this. And you can do the same thing with the offbeat playing. So it's thumb, thumb, pinch. So I was just pinching together on the downbeat. Now I'm going to do one on the offbeat. Bum, bum, and then I'll do bass, bass. So that really does almost sound like a ragtime piano player.
That would be that syncopation connection.
So you have songs like you can okay, here's a song. Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Okay, that was straight ahead. You can just hitting the strings all together, something like a strum would sound. Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace is done two different ways. One is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And bluegrass players that would be doing this kind of thumb picking would be Amazing Grace, how sweet, in 4/4. And then finally you get to play it with a Travis pick kind of thing, and you get a lot more movement, a lot more energy in it when you start doing. Saved a wretch like me. So as long as my thumb's doing something there, I once was lost, but now I found. Was blind, but now I see. So that was just Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. So it's all thumb based. Now, what we just did might take 3, 4, 5 months to learn, but it's very doable, and I have a whole order of things to teach that, and a lot of wonderful books, a lot of things you can take and study at home. So what we do usually is the first part of the lesson might be technique, how to do this, and then the last half of the lesson is applying it to a song.
Nice.
You know.
So you would take, it's a series of steps that you would work through, each step through it. Sure. And you would help them, so they wouldn't really need to know how to start doing any of this when they first came in to work from you, would they?
Many people don't even know how to tune the guitar when they first come. I'm teaching everything from 6-year-olds up to 80-year-olds.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've heard that kids can pick it up faster than adults. Is that true? I guess it probably depends on the person.
Really, some of the adults I have played piano for years, so it really depends what their background is.
Yeah.
Your dad is a pretty quick learner, I understand. But that's really all that there is to it, if you think of that. Now, we were playing on the 5th and 4th string, but if you start changing a key and play an E chord, you got 6/4 instead of 5/4. 5, 4. So there's, you know. And you can, you know, it's just fun.
Yeah.
So I thought in thinking about what might be a good presentation, I just thought that would be a general introduction.
That's fantastic. And I like how, because you had that song, The Amazing Grace, and so the Travis picking style can be applied to a song.
Absolutely. You can interpret a song in that style any way, anytime you like.
That was fascinating. So I want to thank you, Alan, for coming.
You betcha.
And if you're interested, Alan does lessons. You can talk to him. I'll provide a phone number. You should see it on the screen somewhere.
And I'm over at Merle's.
Yep, and you can come talk to him. And as a personal thing, I know my sister loves him, so he's a great teacher, and you're going to really enjoy. If you are interested in learning guitar, you'll really enjoy.
You just have to put up with bad jokes.
But that's okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alan.